What up, Chumbas? Welcome back to the channel. Forgive me if I sound under the weather because I am basically fighting some type of weird bug right now. But regardless of that, I am here. So my last couple of Cyberpunk TCG videos, I basically only really been going over combos and various things with the new revealed cards. I haven't exactly made anything that's kind of basic and or guide oriented for new players. So I thought I'd go over some basic things with each color of each set of cards. So let's do that. So most players right now are really trying to figure out really what colors they want to run or what legends they want to run. To help answer that, I'm going to break down the colors in a basic way. And you also have to understand the system that Weirco has put in place. Weirco didn't just paint cards different colors. They built 4 completely distinct operational factions. So of course you got your red, your blue, your green, your yellow. Each interact with the game's core mechanic, which is of course the gig dice, in totally different ways. So today we're deep diving into the developer's intent behind the color pie so you can find the exact faction that fits your playstyle. So first up, we're going to talk about red. Red is usually pure aggression, to maximize your gig dice, brute force, overwhelming power, right? So red is also known as the mechanically maximizer. Red cards want your gig dice to be at their absolute highest possible values. You're rewarded for higher rolling, pushing your streak threat up, and maintaining massive beefy units on the board. Red relies on heavy buffs to push your attacker's power levels through the roof. It is equivalent of overclocking your hardware. You're hitting fast, hitting big, and overwhelming enemies' defenses before they can establish a secure perimeter. Go big, go home, glass cannon, red. So of course we got blue. Blue is basically the opposite end of the spectrum, where red is the muscle, blue is the intellect. So of course, where red is the maximizer, blue tends to like to minimize. So where red wants to high dice rolls, blue is actively rewarding for keeping the gig dice values as low as possible. It's all about sliding on the radar. Blue relies heavily on programs, brain dances, and your massive card draw engines. So instead of overpowering an enemy unit in a fight, blue uses a utility to manipulate the opponent's hand, tuck rival units away, and slowly drain their resources. You are basically winning by control. It's basically control. You win by outsmarting your rival, acting as the ultimate firewall against their game plan. And we have green. Super green, like they say in the Fifth Element. Green is a color of tactical harmony and perfectly synchronized operations. So if you're kind of player who likes building an engine where every single piece works together flawlessly, combo pieces, green is calling your name. This faction doesn't necessarily care if your gig dice are high or low. It cares that they match. Green thrives on unit and coordination, allow you to manipulate both your own gigs and your rival's gigs to ensure everything lines up for a perfectly executed synchronized strike. Synchronizing everything. Everything matches. Matches is green, and green is matches. No. Yellow is the color of extreme modification inside wear. If you love building up a single unit into an unstoppable machine or sacrificing smaller assets for a greater mission, you belong here. It always feels good when you slap a unit with a bunch of gear and hit them for that good old 10 plus and get multiple pieces of gig dice. Always feels good. Yellow is the diverger, standing in direct opposition to green. Yellow actively wants your gig dice values to be completely unique and as far apart from each other as possible. It thrives on imbalance, basically. This faction leans heavily into gear and equipment, hence why I love it so much. Allowing you to hot swap cyberware to buff your units into terrifying threats. Yellow is highly adaptable, of course, often sacrifices its own units for trigger powerful effects and completely change the state of the battlefield in a single turn. That's the way we do things. We throw things on our body just to throw ourselves at you, and we going in yellow, baby. All right, Chumbas. So that's my breakdown of the colors that Cyberpunk TCG is based off of. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please drop a like and sub if you want to see future videos. It greatly means a lot to me. And comment down below on what color you plan on playing or what color seems interesting to you. Let me know. Hope I feel better. Take care. Peace.